Okay, welcome to Gru, and thanks so much for taking time out of your night and coming on the show and doing it.
Well, I'm so happy to be here. I mean, it turns out you're an old friend who I
Exactly.
didn't know that you were going to be the host. So I'm really excited about being on your show.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hmm.
And like the first thing I wanted to ask you is I see you do so many things. Like you act, you produce, you direct, and you're also a host too. So how did you get involved with doing everything?
Well, actually, the I'm primarily an actor now because
Okay.
the last maybe 3 years I've taken that really seriously. I mean, I have my whole life. I have an AA degree in drama. And
Wow.
I was with a theater company on Vermont Avenue in Los Angeles. So, I mean, I've always taken it seriously. But I was in technology for 10 years.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
and well, I started out in this industry. So, if you look on my IMDb page, the bottom half of the shows, you would know what they were, because they were huge shows. And in those days, they only had the three networks.
Yeah.
Um, so, I had small parts in huge shows, but then I left the business and I went back and I got my MBA at Pepperdine and I went into technology marketing. So I started like four marketing departments for different companies for LED lighting and for
Oh, wow.
menu boards, you know, um, RAID systems and SAP systems. I worked for software and hardware companies. And that's where I learned publicity because
Oh,
in technology, like we actors, we publicize ourselves. But when I was doing the technology marketing, I was publicizing the company and the products. So I started the public relations departments too, and I would get these printouts of magazines that were doing articles on my product. And then I would submit to these magazines. So I mean, and I got really excited if they did an article on my company. So when I came back to the business, I knew what I was doing as far as publicity, and I had to do um, well, I ended up as a vice president of marketing at a point of sale uh,
oh, wow.
marketing company. So I knew what I was doing. I'd done marketing plans, for 10
Yeah.
years. And um, so I came back with a purpose. But when I came back, the business had completely changed. Like anybody with a digital camera could make a film, and
That's
anybody what?
true.
I think, it's like I think my first film back was like with an eighth grade teacher, so um, I took everything I was offered in those days because I wanted to get used to being on camera again
Well,
and
yeah, of
build
course.
up my resume. But and then while I was in technology marketing, I missed the business so much that I started my show Ion Entertainment.
Hmm.
So I would work like 12-hour days in technology and then go to Hollywood afterwards with at the time my producer was John Cox, and we would go and interview different clients of Matt Chasen, who
Oh,
handled a
wow.
lot of horror people like Bill Oberst Jr. and
Yeah.
Domiziano Arcangeli. And so um, I think that's why everybody thinks I'm a scream queen because I interviewed all of the horror icons, which
Yeah,
I
exactly.
loved. It was so different from technology. So the my show Ion Entertainment is now 17 years old. This is the 17th season,
Oh
and
my God. Wow.
well, yeah, I'm really proud of that. The producer now is Dr. Rena Wolzinger, but
Mhm.
I'm acting so much that I don't really have time to do the show. And then Rena is also a member of the Grammy Recording Academy, and she's also an executive with one of the largest virtual reality companies. So she
Really?
doesn't have time to do my setup anymore, and I don't know how to do it myself. So I only use the show to promote, things that I'm in now. But
Okay.
I'm really, really proud of working with my friends. I met Rena through Golden West College. I took Final Cut Pro, and I took 3 seasons there, and Rena was my professor.
Oh,
And,
wow. Okay.
and so now she's my best friend. She lives like 2 streets over from me. And I mean, we just have so much in common. And she introduced me to Craig Railsback, who
Mhm.
is Steve Railsback's nephew. And Steve Railsback played, well, he's a star. I mean, he's been in a bunch of different movies. He played
Yeah.
Man, and he was directed by Richard Rush. And Craig just did a documentary called Rush, the Director's Cut, with
Nice.
Steve on the director Richard Rush. So anyway, Craig is a really good friend now too. And so Craig filmed my Lady Macbeth monologue,
Oh, wow.
classics, and that's won a bunch of awards so far. Then he also filmed my Hamlet monologue, and I did that for Tony Mardone for The Witches of the Sands.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of a comedy horror, so he wanted me to play Hamlet and do Hamlet's monologue. So we filmed that, and it turned out really great. And it's called Fireside Classics, and so that's won a bunch of awards too.
Oh,
And
wow.
then 2 years ago, I like to work all the time. I don't like to. I mean, I'm either acting or I'm babysitting.
Oh, okay.
Um, I like to always have an acting job. So 2 years ago, we all had a break because Craig is an American Airlines pilot.
Mhm.
And I told you, Rena is the busiest person I know. So we all got together, and Rena's sister is Dr. Heather Joseph Witham, and she is a vampire expert. She was on
Oh,
Myth,
really?
and um, she teaches, so she doesn't have time to be on all of our projects, but she wrote this fantastic script called Down and Out in Vampire Hills.
Oh,
And
wow.
I thought it was going to be like a, one night project like Dark Classics and Fireside Classics, but it was a fantastic script with tons of locations, just a regular script. And that wasn't something I was expecting. So we shot the film over 2 years.
Okay.
It's a short film now. We released it in September, and it's gotten amazing reviews. I haven't seen the whole film yet because I want to wait till we have a premiere.
Nice.
I
Nice.
submitted it to a bunch of local festivals so that we could have our premiere at a local festival. So I'm still waiting to see what happens. But it's won, a bunch of awards already. And the original score is by Dr. Rena Wolzinger and her husband, Keith Wolzinger, who is also an American Airlines pilot. And you may have seen Keith because he's always on CNN whenever there's a plane story.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Also, he's the one who kicked Alec Baldwin off the plane years ago for playing, I think it was, I forgot what it was, but Saturday Night Live did a parody of it.
Uh-huh.
If people look that up, it is hilarious. He has like a handlebar mustache. So Alec Baldwin played Keith. No hard feelings, but anyway, so and they're also musicians. So they wrote the original score, and it's up for a Grammy Award because Rena and Keith are members of the Grammy Recording Academy.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really excited about this film because it's a labor of love. I mean, I got all my friends involved, and
Yeah.
my friends are all professional actors, but they did it as a favor to us.
Oh,
So, and Craig is a perfectionist. So he kept adding scenes along the way to make the film better and to
okay.
make more sense. So that's what I can't wait to see the finished product. So that was one project that I really wanted to talk about. And hopefully, a local festival will accept it soon.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We wanted to have a cast party, but then I thought, no, film festivals really rate how many people attend.
Exactly. Exactly.
I have some wonderful, wonderful fans who attend most of my premieres.
Yeah.
My manager, Joseph Williamson, is like a publicity guru. And he's a producer on this film. So he always, has Getty there. He always has the photographers there.
Okay.
He makes an event of the premieres. So
Nice.
we intend to have a huge premiere as soon as we know where it is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's one project I'm really excited about. Obviously, since it's 20 minutes, we can't get distribution, but we're hoping that once people see this, that because we did this like on no budget,
Oh,
I
wow.
mean,
Really?
2 years. Well, a little bit, but I mean, Craig and Rena and I paid for whatever we needed.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that type of stuff, but we really didn't have a set budget. So we're hoping
Oh,
to raise enough to make a feature film together. Now I know if we do that, I mean, with Craig and Rena's talent, and if Heather writes the script, no, it's gonna be a blockbuster and people will be fighting over giving it distribution.
nice. Okay.
Okay, so um that's one thing that I wanted to talk about. And then I also have a fantastic agent named Diana Carter. And she's a 20-year veteran of the Army. So she's no
Wow.
nonsense. I mean, she's tough, but she has been so wonderful for my career. I had a role in a film called PTSD,
Yes.
Revenge, and that starred Robert Lusardo, who is a fantastic actor. I mean, he's, along with my mentor, Kiela Young, they're two of the best actors I've ever seen in person.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was amazing. I didn't have any scenes with him, unfortunately, but I saw him,
Yeah.
acting that day, and he is intense. So anyway, I know that film's going to be great. It starred Oksana Lada, who played James Gandolfini's girlfriend in The Sopranos.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. Okay.
it starred Daniel Baldwin, who is one of Diana's clients, Tom Sizemore. And a story about that is Tom Sizemore was supposed to play my husband in it, but he got COVID the day we were
Oh,
supposed to shoot. So luckily, Tommy Anderson was in the film and Tom wrote the script. So he obviously knew the part. So he stepped in and played my husband. And he is
okay.
one of my best friends now, and he's a fantastic actor. So everything worked out.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, PTSD isn't finished yet. They still have another scene to film.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to play the goddess Athena in Diana's movie called Deuce, and we're going to be filming it in Thailand next year. So
Oh,
I'm
that's so awesome.
yeah, that's like my dream role, to play the goddess Athena. I mean, what more could you dream for?
I know,
And
right?
I'm so grateful to Diana for what she's done for my career. And also, I'm a producer on her kids, her children are Akira, and she's 12, and Toby, what, no, Akira's 13, and Toby just turned 12. And
Okay.
Toby is my godson, and he is just so adorable. He's so handsome and talented. And I'm just thrilled to be his godmother. But they are the youngest producers in Hollywood, and they have a production company called Military Films for Kids. And
Oh wow, and
the
they're
producer of,
producing it.
yeah. So
Wow.
they're 12 and 13, and they're producers and have their own company. Their mom is a force of nature, but the kids have a long track record of major roles too.
Oh
So I
wow.
mean, it's all of them put together. So through that company, I'm going to be in a film called Dust Off. And I don't really know too much about it, and I probably couldn't talk about it even if I
Well,
did.
yeah.
But so um, with Diana, I know that the films are just going to be quality, and I'm just so grateful for what she's done for my career. And oh, I'm also going to be playing Professor Alexa in a series that she has called, or a movie that she's
Mhm.
going to do next year called Vamp Pie. And it's starring this great singer, this great young singer named Will B. Whitesell
Hmm.
and Akira. So far, that's who's in it, and me. And
Oh wow. Okay.
playing a professor, so Diana is really trying to change my image from a student
Oh.
into an actress, which I really am. I mean, I love comedy. I did, I think the film that got me started was Gregory Blair's Garden Party Massacre. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
I played a crazy woman in that, but I mean, it's won so many awards, and I love my character in it, but it's really a horror comedy.
Yeah.
Um,
Basically, yeah.
yeah, so, um, but this year has been really, the last 2 years have been
Mhm.
fantastic. Um, I
Nice.
studied before the pandemic with Matthew Arkin, who is Alan Arkin's son, at South
Okay.
Coast Prep. And then I studied with Carol Foreman. I studied Shakespeare with her,
Oh
to get
wow.
ready for all the Shakespeare that I was doing. Um, and so when I started studying at South Coast Rep, I told myself I wanted to be in quality projects. I wanted to
Yeah.
play leads with stars. And so um, I'm really excited to be playing Ambrosia in Jimmy Drain's Dick Reno Monster Slayer in the scene with Eric Roberts.
Oh, nice.
And
Nice.
Richard Tyson is one of the stars of that series. And Jimmy Drain is with my manager, Joseph Williamson.
Mhm.
So thank you, Jimmy and Joe. And then also, I am really, really excited to work with Dustin Ferguson again.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, okay.
in a couple weeks, I'm going to be playing the Queen in an action film called Cobra Strike Force.
Oh
And
wow, that sounds cool.
I'm so excited because I'm going to be working with my good friend Sue Price, who is
Mhm.
in all of the Nemesis films with Albert Pune. I mean, she's a star. She was in Nemesis 5 with me, and
Oh
she's the nicest
nice.
person. Um, I haven't met Rocky DeMarco yet, but
Okay.
she's a star. Jan Birch and
Oh yeah, yeah.
is going to be in it, and I just love his look. I've
Yeah,
looked
he's
forward.
he's he's really good.
Well, I've wanted to work with him for so long, so I'm really excited that he's in this. Um, and it stars Eric Reingrover and my friend Eric Anthony. He's my good friend. He shot Mannequin for me. You know what? I'm having a brain freeze here. Eric Anthony Russo is also going to
Okay.
be in it. He really is a good friend. He's going to be shooting a new scene for me soon. So anyway, that is going to be fun because I haven't worked in a major role with Destin for a few years. So the script is fantastic. It's an action film, and I get to play a really evil, powerful, well, my character is called Queen.
Well,
So
yeah, of course.
a fantastic character. And thank you, Dustin. I mean, that's another dream role for me. So I'm listening to tapes every day, trying to learn the lines, and I will be ready, and I'm really excited about that. I'm also I also played Lindsay in Destin's Mothman versus Bigfoot. And then
Oh,
I
is that
I
a
also,
horror film?
yeah, Destin does horror films. Um,
Okay.
but, but he's working with a studio now. So he has the budget now to do the quality films that he wants to do.
Oh,
So
wow,
uh,
nice.
his career has just skyrocketed, and he's also with Joseph Williamson.
Oh,
So I
okay.
mean, we're all a big happy family. Um, but I also played Butch Patrick's wife in Destin's Quakesaurus, which hasn't been
Nice.
released yet. So that's something I'm really excited about. I'm playing Layla Jane Veronica in Dante D'Anthony's The Magnificent Warriors of Dimension War One. And that is an animated film that has every star in Hollywood in it.
Oh, wow, really?
Weiling, Gigi Edgley, Robert Lasardo, Tom Sizemore, Daniel Baldwin, Bishop Stevens, many more people. And it was written by my good friend Dante D'Anthony. And I'm proud to say that I'm the vice president of festivals and promotions for Dante's company, Olis Hayes Movie Productions.
Oh, nice.
I got to talk with Dante earlier uh, in August, I believe,
Mhm.
when we had the Philadelphia premiere of this hilarious comedy that Diana is producing called Recipes for Love.
Okay.
And it's a mini series. And I play this crazy character named Ms. Fairchild. I have the great honor of working with this fantastic actor named Jose Gonzalez. I mean, I have to say, the leads in Recipes for Love are
Mhm.
fantastic. And they're my
Okay.
Barry Anodi. Um, uh, the the leads are just fantastic. But Jose almost steals the show because he's
Oh, wow.
funny. We just actually saw the trailer, so I haven't seen the whole thing yet. But he is so funny, and he's so amazing. And it's weird because he plays bad guys on TV,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
network TV. I mean, he's you know he's built, and he can look mean if he wants to, but he's playing this the opposite. He's playing the opposite. Actually, the person that was supposed to play his role didn't show up the day before filming.
Really?
Yeah, so Jose was recommended by Bruce Sosha, who is Toby Carter's godfather. And I think I told you I'm Toby's godmother.
Hmm.
So anyway, Bruce Sosha is a great actor, and he recommended Jose Gonzalez. Jose is just fantastic. And we're both recurring characters, so I can't wait to see
All
what
right.
season 2 brings. We had the Los Angeles premiere this weekend, and it was a Sunday night. It was so fun. There were so many people there. The writer, Teresa Warwick, And one of the leads, Susan Moses, flew in from Pennsylvania. And the series is being produced by 69th Street Productions.
Okay.
And Ted and Harry are the heads of 69th Street Productions. And Ted was at the premiere, and they're both so talented. They've won awards for films on their own. And so we're just so very lucky to have a great writer like Teresa, and to have 69th Street Productions producing it, and to have Diana, who I already said is a force of nature, and who got everything done, and who cast the series. I mean, Daniel Baldwin is in it. Nicholas Turturro is in it. We have really high hopes for this, that it'll be picked up
Okay.
by one of the major streaming services. But that's
That's
Diane.
what everything is now, streaming.
Yeah, and before I was with Diana, I started out on network TV, and my first role was Blade Runner. I was a dancer in it. I had tiny little roles where you wouldn't even see me on screen, but I was in these huge productions. And that's my goal, is to get back on network TV and to get a role on one of these streaming services. And I just had no hope until Diana took me on, which was, I think it was maybe a year ago. So
Awesome.
now the sky's the limit. I'm just really excited about it. And then I know I'm talking nonstop. I hope that's
No, it's fine. It's fine.
well, because I have my resume in front of me, so I don't want to forget anything. I also played Eileen in Joseph Kelly's Clowny, and that was so fun because my friend Ron Russell played my husband in it.
Okay.
So I mean, I got I think, I hope it's okay to say this, but
Yeah.
Eileen Dietz was playing the role, and then she had to drop out at the last minute. So I think Ron and Jimmy Starr recommended me, and thank you, Ron and Jimmy. And so Ron played my husband. It was just such a fun shoot. It stars Joseph Kelly's son, Gavin. And it's a horror film.
Okay.
There's a doll that looks like that doll behind you. I know that.
Yeah, it's Chucky.
That there's a doll in it that looks like that. And I just remember one scene, and we were filming this really late at night. Ron was driving the car, and I think Joseph was in the back seat filming it. And this was like really late at night. Okay. And Ron is like zigzagging the car. And I was supposed to be scared in it, but he really made me scared. I mean, it was like in the hills, and I thought we were going to go over the edge. So if the scene makes it into the film and I'm screaming, you'll know that I'm really screaming. It wasn't acting. So I mean, and I wanted to work with Joseph Kelly for a long time. So that was really fun. And then earlier this year, I shot a film called The Legacy in New Mexico with this great screenwriter named Rod Smith and his beautiful wife, Tatiana Larea. And that was like the hardest script. It was
really?
fantastic script, but it was the hardest script to memorize because I had 2 million lines. I mean, I was in every scene. And I thank Rod for that, because I played a psychiatrist named Dr. Epstein. So it was a horror film, but it was a real change of pace for me to play a doctor. My daughter, Misty, is a real psychiatrist at UCLA, but my character was a psychiatrist who was also a witch. It's
Oh my God, that's
a little
awesome.
bit different. It's a great, great story. And I think it's on Amazon Prime now, and it's called The Legacy. So please check it out. I don't think it's gotten the publicity it deserves because
Yeah.
it's a fantastic film. Tatiana is in it, and also my friend Michael Buran is in it.
Okay.
Um, and it was directed by Rod, who knows everything about films. So please look it up. It's called The Legacy. And it was, I would have to say, it was my biggest role to date because
Oh, really?
the sheer amount of lines. I mean, literally,
Yeah, yeah. Well, the lines to remember.
oh my gosh, you know, I mean, that's acting to me. I mean, I've been doing it my whole life. I mean, I was with a theater company when I was 18. So with the Stanislavski method, and then at South Coast Rep,
Mhm.
we do we do God, this is embarrassing. You know, the movement, I didn't prepare.
It's all good.
As soon as I leave. Okay,
It's all good.
it's a different method where you move a lot because it's for theater. You know, so I've been trained in both of those methods, and I have an AA degree from Fullerton College in drama. And I followed my teacher, Sal Romeo, to be in his theater company called Friends and Artists Theater Company
Okay.
on Vermont when I was very young. So I paid my dues as far as
Oh,
acting.
definitely. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know what I'm doing as far as acting, but I think the hardest thing, because I want to do leads now, the hardest
Mhm.
thing these days is memorizing the lines. You know, I
And
mean, it's like you build,
especially if they're giving you pages and pages.
oh yeah, you know, it's like you build a backstory for your character. So
Mhm.
know your character inside and out. But also, you know, it's like you have to learn your lines, and then you have to learn the line preceding it because you have to, I
Yes.
mean, you don't want to cut people off. And
That's true.
you know, I
That's
mean,
true.
I spend months before I do, and I do a lot of films. So, you know, luckily a lot of them are guest star parts, because
Mhm.
I'll do those, you know, if I get paid or if there's a star involved, you know, because I want to do that. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but if it's a lead, I spend months preparing.
Oh,
It's
wow. Okay. That's a
really
wow.
work. It's not like people think you could just go in there, you know, and be a star. You can't. It's work. Um, and so anyway, please check out The Legacy. And then another film I do want to talk about,
Mhm.
a family-friendly Christian film called The Rose Wagon. And
Okay.
I filmed that in Indiana last December. And I shared a room with my great friend Robert Amico. You know, well, actually, it wasn't a room, it was an art studio. We slept
Oh,
like
nice.
air mattresses on the ground um, for a month. You know, so I mean, it's like we were both really sick when we left, but Sandy wrote the script, and the script is amazing. It,
Okay. Okay.
it's going to be, so it's not finished yet. They still have
Mhm.
one more scene to film. But Christian Griffith is the fantastic DP. Christian is just so talented. He sent me one of my scenes, and um, it has most of the cast in it, but it's my scene. I play a mother and a grandmother in the Rose
Oh,
Wagon,
okay.
which really makes me happy because I am one, so those are the type of roles I want to play.
Yeah.
And I had a scene with my son. And when Christian sent me this scene, it's 4 minutes long, but it's I just can't say enough. I looked at this scene and I've been in the business forever. I was so blown away.
Really?
Started putting the scene into film festivals as a trailer, and it has won. The film isn't even finished yet, but this scene has won over 40 awards.
Oh
It
my God, that's a lot.
So it wins in every festival I put it into. I'm not putting it into any more festivals because I want to put the entire film in, so I don't want to overstay my welcome.
Yeah.
Um, Judging from that scene, the film is just going to be fantastic. And then Sandy, actually, it's taken a long time to finish the film. Because Christian is another perfectionist. So he wants the film to be perfect. And
Okay.
so that's why they're filming another scene. And then my character, the ending for her didn't really make sense. So Sandy wrote another scene for me that we filmed here, and Craig directed it and Rena edited it. And that's another scene that I'm really proud of. And so I can't wait till the Rose Wagon is finished. I'm hoping it will be finished by this Christmas because it's a
Okay.
Christmas movie. They
Yeah.
wanted to
Yeah.
have a premiere in Indiana at Christmas. So we'll see, but just judging on the response to my scene, this has just been a fantastic project to work on. And I
Nice.
don't usually get as it, no, I do. It's like I'm a type A personality and I know publicity. So, I get involved in publicizing all of the films that I'm in
Mhm.
and that I'm proud of, if the filmmaker wants me to, you
Well,
know,
yeah, of
most
course.
of them do. And so I put them into film festivals, and, it's like, I just do, I go over and above, but I'm proud of the films that I'm in, and
Mhm.
I want everyone to see them, you know,
Well, yeah,
uh,
of course you
and, and unless you get distribution right away, film festivals is a really good way to get people's attention. Um,
okay.
like I've put the Magnificent Warriors of Dimension War One trailer into a bunch of film festivals for Dante and for Diana. Diana's the casting director and the
Okay.
executive producer. And that trailer it's not really a trailer because it's 20 minutes. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, Dante says it's a pilot. But anyway, I put it into festivals for animation,
Yeah,
and it's won it's won tons and tons of festivals. And
really.
I may stop on that too, because we're going to be filming the entire film next year, and then I'll put the entire film into festivals. Um, so right now I'm putting the big push on Down and Out in Vampire Hills. We have a page on Facebook if anybody wants to go see the reviews.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
World Film Geek is an amazing film reviewer, and I hope that you'll read his review of the film, because he went over and above. He explained the whole script, which
Oh, wow.
is really, I don't know really how to explain the script, but it's pretty highbrow, because
Okay.
it's a Black comedy. And I told you, Rena's a doctor, and Craig is an American Airlines pilot.
Hmm. Hmm.
The script writer is a doctor too. So, it was written and directed and produced by all of these highly educated people. So it's a film with a meaning behind it, even though it's a comedy.
Nice. Nice.
I'm hoping like I said, I haven't seen the finished film.
Mhm.
I know it's really funny because of the scenes that I filmed, but it's also got a deeper meaning behind it. And the World Film Geek Review brought out all of these deeper meanings that I didn't even know about, so it's just an amazing review. And it was a labor of love. And
Good.
my friends, Ken May, LaJohn Johnson, LaJohn Stewart, Deborah Dutch, and my friends Walter Hochbruckner and Vera Taylor
Mhm.
also guested in it. So it's got
Okay.
a lot of industry professionals in it. And I'm just really proud of it. And speaking of Walter Hochbruckner, I played the lead in his film called The Paradise Motel, which I think is on Amazon Prime now. And it has won a million awards. Walter's
Bam.
handling the film festivals for it. But that was a really fun shoot. Walter played my terrible husband in it. And he's the nicest guy in the world. He directed it, and I just got the script for the sequel that we're going to be filming next year. And it's called Hell's End.
Okay.
And it's the script to Hell's End is even better than the script to the Paradise Motel, which was great. So I can't wait to film that. My friend Deborah Dutch
Mhm.
is going to be in it with me.
Nice. Nice.
And so I think those are the big projects that I have coming up. Oh, I also had a cameo in Robert Lasardo's American Trash. I played
Okay.
Chris Carter in it. And as I told you, I admire Robert Lasardo as an actor so much. So
Yeah.
I think I have like 2 lines or something, but I was just really excited to be in it because it's Robert Lasardo's. Oh, and I also have a cameo in a film called Live, Laugh, Die,
Hmm.
which was done by Christopher Michael Gatros, who
Okay.
is also the director on The Rose Wagon.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so he's really talented. And Live, Laugh, Die stars Robert Amico. And I have to say, I got Robert the role in The Rose Wagon. And
It's
so
awesome.
that's how he got cast as the lead in Live, Laugh, Die. And the person who was supposed to be the lead in Live, Laugh, Die dropped out at the very last second. So
Okay.
Christopher was so lucky that Robert is really good friends with Justin Schenkero. And Justin Schenkero won an Emmy and a Golden Globe for Picket Fences. And he's
Oh, wow.
a fantastic actor. He's the lead in Live, Laugh, Die. That's the reason why I know it's going to be a great film.
Oh,
I
okay.
just had like a 1-day part in it, but my friends are in it. So please look out for that. I think, oh, well, I do want to say, if you go to my IMDb,
Mhm.
you'll see that the film that is listed first in my known for list is Bad President. And that's because it's the film that I'm most proud of. And
Oh,
Robert
really?
got me the part. And so thank you, Robert. I can't thank you enough. It was directed by Param Gill and it
Okay.
stars Eddie Griffin.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Robert and Justin and I played Eddie Griffin's minions in the film. So Eddie is in all of our scenes and it's hilarious. It's the story, it's called Bad President. So it's the story
Mhm.
Trump, but it was written by a journalist who unfortunately has passed away, that
Oh,
used real life events. And so no matter what your politics are, you're going to think it's funny because it's just a fictionalized version of real life events. Now,
okay.
Eddie plays Lucifer. So obviously that's not real life, but that's one of the only things that is not real, and it it premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. It was supposed to go into AMC theaters. Then the pandemic hit. So it's the
Ooh,
worst possible timing. I don't think it deserves so much more of an audience that it has. Jeff Rector played Trump, and he is just so fantastic in it. And Eddie Griffin is incredible. I mean, he's an incredible talent. And he took us all, he treated the cast and crew to his show in Las Vegas. I mean,
that's awesome.
he's just, oh, I wish I could work with him again. you know, but he's a fantastic talent. He would be cracking us up in between takes. And then as soon as the camera started rolling, he'd just be spot on in his character. And he has the most mesmerizing eyes. I mean, it's an incredible film. It's the film I'm most proud of. And I don't think many people have seen it because of the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah. I guess.
I
I mean,
tried
that ruins a
my
lot.
best. I got a bunch of reviews for it. I just really tried my best, but it was kind of impossible and during the pandemic. And
Exactly. Exactly.
anyway, so I hope people will watch it because I'm really proud of the film, and I feel myself very, very lucky to be a part of that film.
Okay. Okay. I see. Like there was another film you did, and Tommy Lee plays the devil in it, and Tommy Lee, like I love the crew, like I love their music, and it's so awesome. Like you actually got to be on set with Tommy Lee.
That was, I do a lot of music videos because I'm a dancer.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know, I have a look that fits in music videos. So anyway, I was a pole dancer on this music video. I'm sorry, I'm not really with it as far as groups, but the guy that's married to Cameron Diaz, do you know who he is? He's got a really famous group. He's got a
Um,
brother. They have, I know it's an emo group. That
okay.
was that, that was that music video. God, maybe I've got it on here. Okay, wait. It was Young Blood Chronicles by Fallout Boy.
Fallout Boy.
That
Yes.
I never would
Yes.
have thought of that on my own. But it was a huge budget production. I think I was on it 2 days. They rented out this strip club in Los Angeles, had a cast
Okay.
of thousands, and it had real strippers in. I'm just a pole dancer. I'm not a stripper.
Yeah.
So they had real strippers on set. They had Tommy Lee playing the devil. They had
That's awesome.
Fallout Boy there. Um, and I mean, it had huge production quality.
Okay.
And I was one of a cast of thousands, so I don't even know if I got shown in it, but I was in it. So it's listed on my resume. And I did get to work with Tommy Lee because, this was like 5 years ago. So, but I remember Tommy Lee was sitting on stage in a throne.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And a group of us dancers were standing in front of him. And I forget what we were doing. But so, I mean, I did get to see him at least. I got to stand next to him, to
Yeah,
see
exactly.
music videos. You don't get to. But actually, that's another thing. I did a huge music video. I mean, this was like a movie production. I was on hold for 2 weeks for this music video, and it was Star-Crossed by Casey Musgraves.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And I was supposed to fly to Las Vegas. I had to turn down a number of films to be
Oh,
to be in this music video, because I was on hold for at least 2 weeks. Then I
oh
had to keep
wow.
getting all these COVID tests. And I had to go to wardrobe twice. And so I was supposed to be a dancer in Las Vegas. And then they bought me the ticket and everything. I was all packed. And then the director got COVID.
Oh no.
So they had to cancel the Las Vegas shoot. So I was still on hold. So I waited around, and then they called me to work at this little church in Palmdale.
Hmm.
Um, and it was like 110 degrees. But
Really? That's
yeah,
crazy.
I had this fantastic costume, and it was like a bellman, but it was just a really sexy costume.
Okay.
And I worked on this film with my friend Lauren Powers, but this had a cast of 10,000. I mean, it was huge. I even had a trailer, you know. Um, and I have to say, the makeup people on this set were so fantastic.
Nice.
Everyone who knows me know that I wear a lot of makeup, and they made it look like I wasn't wearing any makeup.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I have a picture of it on my IMDb, I think, but I've never been able to perfect that look myself. It's like I've toned down recently because I did a photo shoot with Tom Barrett, and I realized that my pictures come out better when I don't wear as much as I usually do. So I mean, I have learned my lesson, but on that set I wasn't wearing any makeup, and I really wanted to be on camera, and I was supposed to be right in front of the camera holding
Hmm.
a cigarette box that Casey Musgraves takes something from on her way down the street. But then I'm wearing these like 7-inch heels. The heel broke.
Oh no.
And it was on this asphalt road that I could barely stand in anyway. So my heel broke and I couldn't stand. I mean, it's like I almost fell over. So then they put me in the back of the shot, and I'm playing the chauffeur with this car. And so you see me on screen for like 2 seconds. Oh, and I had another scene as a nurse, and the makeup and wardrobe people on this set were geniuses. I
Oh
mean,
wow. All right.
if I don't say so myself, I had a role as a nurse, and I looked, if I don't say so myself, I looked the best I've ever looked.
Nice.
I was
Nice.
really excited about it because this premiered on HBO or something, or it premiered somewhere.
Oh, get out.
My scene as the nurse got cut out.
Oh,
I mean, it was devastating because
well, yeah, of course.
that was one scene I really wanted people to see. But Lauren Powers is all over the scene, so watch it anyway if you can. And I have to say, I'm on second. I'm on screen for like 2 seconds, but I made so much money from that shoot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the production company was just incredible. That's why I love music videos, because it's generally like that. It's like you get to work with stars and you get treated like a star no matter how big your part is. I just did a music video called Let's Go to Hell with Ty Verdes. And I played the richest woman in the country club. That was such a fun shoot, and I love it. And I hope people will watch that music video because I love it. But I also had to wear a swimsuit in it, and we were running from a burning building. But then I had my swimsuit on, and they rented out this huge mansion
Mhm.
in Hollywood Hills somewhere. So there was this great pool. So then the director asked me to jump in the pool, and I was wearing a wig at the time. So I jump in the pool, the wig floats off,
Oh
and
my God.
I mean, it's luckily my hair's blonde underneath. So the first AD told me to grab and this had no sound, told me to grab the wig and look disgusted and try to put the wig back on. So that's all. So the wig's soaking wet. I'm climbing out of the pool, trying to put the wig back on. I mean, it's so funny, and that's another music video that I absolutely love.
Nice, nice.
So I have been busy, the last 2 years.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds like you've been all over the place. Films, TV, animation, songs. Like you've been all over doing it.
Yeah, I love it. I love traveling. And I don't know if I can announce this yet, but I'm going to be I'm doing Dustin's film Cobra Strike Force in 2 weeks. And then right after that, I'm flying to Las Vegas to do a film with director Mike Lee, who
Mhm.
directs a lot of Diana Carter's films. And he was the director on Recipes for Love. And his producer is Paula Moyer Morgan. And she's Paula Morgan Moyer. And she's incredible. I mean, she keeps sets together. She's a force of nature like Diana. They're both
Okay.
women you don't mess with. I mean, Paula in real life works for Tesla, so she's a businesswoman as well as a
Gotcha.
producer, and um, she's just incredible. She keeps the set in order. So
Oh wow.
anyway, I'm going to be doing a film with them in Las Vegas right before Thanksgiving. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, sweet. Nice. Nice. And like what about songs that you like listening to? Like what's on your playlist?
Well, I I do, I probably shouldn't say this on air, but I totaled my car last December. So
Oh
I,
no.
we're going to get a new one, but cars haven't been available. So luckily, my awesome sister Lori has been letting me use her car for if I film.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
And
exactly.
it's almost been a year now. But it's an older car, so I made a play tape for myself, and maybe it's a little embarrassing, but I have, my a lot of my favorite songs are like uh Daydream Believer, because that was when I was in
Okay.
grade school,
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I mean, I like a lot of those songs, but I do, I love Forever Young by Jay-Z.
Yes.
Jay-Z and whoever the guy is. I've heard Beyonce's version too, and I love that's one of my favorite songs. I listen to Cheap Trick.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think it's The Rose. Uh, it's the really drawn out song like Meatloaf used to do.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, that's one of my favorite songs. I think it's called The Rose. Um, and I love well, my kids are a fan of Taylor Swift, okay? And I know she's incredibly talented.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not, I'm not like my kids, you know, so I mean, it's like I don't go crazy over her music, but I really like the song that she did with Zayn for that move for that movie that Dakota Johnson was in, 50 Shades of something, 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I love that theme song and I forgot the name of it, but that's
Oh,
another one I have on there. Um, I like Sweet Caroline.
yes.
I like there is a group called, I don't remember the name, but they did Inagata Davida.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
And that
yeah.
was another grade school song. I love that. Um, I love Celine Dion,
Yeah,
anything she
she's
does.
awesome.
Um, I love Jim Croce. I
Okay.
love this. You know, I tend to like slower songs. I
Okay.
don't
Okay.
really like Leroy Brown, or I don't like yeah, I just don't like those type of songs. But um my older daughter Marissa used to work at Croce's when she was going to San Diego State. And so I got to know Jim Croce's music really, really deeply. And he
Oh,
was
that's awesome.
talent. Yeah, I mean, she got to work with Ingrid Croce was her boss. So that was amazing. So I have a lot of his songs on there. Um, I have, well, I'm trying to think of this one song, and I love it, and it's a hard rock song.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and the lead singer had red hair, Axl Rose.
Oh, was it a Guns N' Roses song?
Yes, Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
love that song. My very favorite song is by David Bowie, and it's called Under Pressure.
Yes, that's a good song. That's a good
Oh,
song. I
that
like
that's
that.
one of my favorites.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
And then I like, oh, another favorite is San Francisco. I don't think
Okay,
that's the name
okay,
of it.
okay.
No, it's I don't even know the name of the guy who sang it, but you know, the this was a long, long time ago. Michelle, um, Michelle something was married to the lead singer and the writer, and I think he just died. Mackenzie
Oh,
Phillips was his daughter. John something.
oh, okay.
God, they did California Dreamin', the Mamas and the Papas.
Oh, oh,
Okay, well, they did a song called San Francisco, and it wasn't by the Mamas and Papas because it was sung by some guy with a fantastic voice. I think it was the only song he's ever done. But you know, it's the song that goes, if you're going to San Francisco, you're going to
oh.
meet a lot of
Yes, I definitely
I
know
can't sing, or I would
what
sing it.
song you're talking about. I just
Oh
can't
my God, it's
remember
a
the person.
beautiful song. And I heard that he wrote it in like an hour.
Damn.
So
Wow. Okay, that's fast.
yeah, so anyway, I like a lot of different music. I do like a lot of the hip hop songs now
Hmm.
where they sample old songs. Um, and I really loved a song by Kanye West and Paul McCartney and Rihanna. I don't know the name of the song, but it just came out a couple years ago, and it was before Kanye flipped out. uh, you know, but it's a fantastic song. Uh, yeah, so I mean, if I hear some, well, I can't listen to for the last year, I haven't been able to listen to the radio, so I don't even know what's out. But, um, if I listen to a song on the radio, I'll buy it and I'll put it on,
All right. Okay.
right? Because I don't like listening to songs that I don't like. And that
Well, yeah,
happens
exactly.
a lot on the radio. Um,
Yeah, true, true.
so anyway, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it definitely does. And I don't I don't want to I don't want to keep you long. I know I already have you on for an hour. I know you probably
Really?
have a lot of things to do.
Oh, okay. Well, I did, it's like when you do PR for a million films, you always, I mean, my husband is amazed. I mean, he's a workaholic, so
Oh,
he works from early in the morning to late at night. And he's
okay.
amazed that I'm still working when he comes home because I don't really have a job.
Yeah.
I do publicity on the films that I work
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
great, but there's always something to do.
Yeah. And I'm really glad to hear about the films. Like I know you're really big into horror films too, and I love horror films, and you've done so many horror films, and you're going to be doing some too.
Oh yeah,
And
I'll never stop doing horror films. It's the most profitable genre, and it's got great stories.
yeah.
And if the production value is good, then they're great. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
I don't
definitely.
really like the blood and guts ones. Those aren't my favorite. You know, but I like the psychological horror genre.
Okay.
There's just so much to work with, and I'm Catholic, so I believe in demons and spirits and
Well,
things
yeah,
like that.
that's actually what I am too.
Oh, okay.
Catholic.
Okay. Well, I don't know if the audience knows this because I didn't know this until today, but I was a queen for you a couple years ago.
Yes, yes,
And it was
for
an
my
amazing
horror site.
experience. Yeah, yeah. So that's something that I want to do again. So
For sure,
yeah,
definitely,
hopefully in the
definitely.
future.
Oh yeah,
And I
definitely.
have fantastic pictures now, thanks to my great friend Mark Offler.
Oh wow, okay.
It's like trying to get that perfect headshot, before. And Mark sends me a picture every other day, and he's so fantastic. Like he'll look at this interview and he'll download a screenshot.
Oh wow,
And so
really?
they look like me, but they're better. And I have so many pictures to pick from now. It's like Christmas, It's so, I mean, it's like he's remade my career too. And so, I mean, I have been very, very blessed the last 2 years. And I'm
Oh,
grateful to God and to
nice.
the people and to my support team, my agent Diana, my manager Joe, um, all of my director friends. Just and a lot of them are in horror.
That's really awesome. Like that's what I love watching. It's horror movies. And the horror fan base is very loyal. Like the horror conventions are always good.
Well, please watch The Legacy then.
Hmm.
It has a really intelligent story. I mean,
Okay.
you watch horror so much, it'll be something different for you because I think Rod Smith was Catholic like me. I think he's
Okay.
Italian. So, I grew up going to Catholic school. So,
Well, yeah, same.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, you draw pictures of people burning in hell, and all about the demons and, about the saints and all of
Yeah.
that. Well, Rod knows more than we do. I mean,
Oh, okay.
like, he's a PhD, he's actually a doctor. So he does research on this type of stuff. So the story is based on, I forgot the type of witch I am, but it's based on a type of witch. that is based in fact. I mean, it's a whole movement.
Oh my
And so,
God.
I mean, people who watch The Legacy will learn a lot from this film.
Okay. Okay. I definitely will watch it. And after I
Yeah,
watch,
let
I'll
me know how
definitely
you like
message
it.
you.
And Bad President too, even though it's not a horror film.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I watch films that aren't hard too.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And watch, well, when you can, watch Down and Out in Vampire Hills. I don't know when you can.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to end it by asking you, where could fans follow you at?
Well, I'm on Instagram under Dawna Lee Heising. I'm on Facebook under Dawna Lee Heising or actress Dawna Lee Heising. I have two websites now. My official site is www.dawnaleeheising.me. But I have a beautiful new site from Scott Schaefer, and it's got all my new pictures from Tom Barrett and Mark Offler on it. And it's www.dawnaleeheisingofficial.com. So please check those out.
Definitely will, and I'm sure the fans of the show will too.
Okay, well, thank you for having me on. I'm really excited to see you.
Yeah, I'm
To meet you
I'm
in
really
person,
really
definitely.
happy. Yeah, like we've been in touch for a while, and this is like the first time we're actually seeing each other like face to face.
Well, you sent me an email from your real name. So I had no idea you were the Grew Monkey that I knew. You know, like, why didn't you tell me? But anyway, I will share this interview all over because I think I've talked about all of my projects.
No, yeah, definitely. I greatly appreciate that.
Okay, so we'll be in touch, right?
Definitely, yes. I as soon as I put the interview out, I'll send it to you, and I'm going to message you when I watch the films.
Okay, okay, great. Okay, well, have a great day.
All right, you too. Thank you.
And thank you for listening.
Yeah, definitely. This has been so much fun. Like I definitely would love to do it when more of your films are coming out.
Well, after we go to Thailand, let's do one. Because I'm
Definitely,
sure
definitely, 100%.
that's gonna be an incredible experience.
Okay.
So yeah, let's do it then.
All right, yeah, definitely. Just let me know when you come back and we'll set it up.
Okay, okay, great. Okay, and again, thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.